So in the previous class, we just had a introduction, not complete in depth of the understanding of Salesforce architecture or something. So in today's class, what we do is we try to understand. See, yesterday in the yesterday's class, we have seen that Salesforce is like like a normal application only. It's like a software which will have its front end, which will have its back end, as well as it have its own database. Though, so the front end things are like LWC, Lightning Web Components, and the back end things
Yes,
are like Apex. And database, we have the own languages called like SOQL and SOSL. Yes,
yes,
yeah.
exactly.
So to learn those all things, first I told like you need to like understand the admin concepts first. Admin concepts. So once
That's
you
it.
understand the admin concepts, then only you can understand the other things like the code, the front end or back end or SQL, whatever it might be. So
Yes, sir.
before all this, it's a part of admin only. Whatever you are we are learning today, it's a part of admin section only. But in that, the main thing, see, any software, any application needs its data. We need to store.
Yes, sir.
So to store
That.
data, we need to understand how that particular application or the software organizes its data. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you are storing your data at some place. Then you need to understand first how that place is allocating the space for its data, how it is organizing its data. Okay? That concept,
Okay.
like how Salesforce organizes its data, how it stores its data, is called as data modeling. Okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Modeling. So data modeling is something, it's a concept where we will learn how Salesforce organizes its data, how it stores its data. Okay, its data in the sense it's our data. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is a trial head. Okay, this is trial head. This trial head in the sense it's a platform where we learn the Salesforce. It is officially designed and provided by the Salesforce. That means whatever
Okay.
information you see here is provided by the Salesforce. It's not something like an article written by someone. It's officially written by the Salesforce company so that we can learn the concepts in this. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
to create this trial head module, you just need to go to the Google, then you need to type trial head. Okay.
Okay.
You just need to type trial head, then you'll get this option kind of thing. Then once you click on login, see now
Okay.
automatically I get logged in, but you'll get a pop-up call like a pop-up like saying you want to log in or sign up. So do sign up. Use your
Okay.
Google account, any of your Google account that you will be keeping for your interviews or keeping further. Okay, that will be forever. So that kind of a
Okay.
Google account you use to sign up for this trial head. After
Okay.
you signed up, then you can then sign in and you can start learning the concept. So the first concept which we are going to learn is, as I say, it's data modeling. Okay, data model.
Okay.
So if you type data model in this, you'll get a module. Module in the sense it's like a chapter. When we learn any when we see any textbook, we see chapters, right? Chapters, units, like that. So it's like a data modeling. It's a module. If you complete this module, you'll get some points. See, 1500 points you'll get. So why that points are useful, we'll see a little later. But
Okay.
this is like a module. Module in the sense it's like a topic. In the topic, we'll again have it's like a chapter or unit. In that topic, we have again small concepts. Okay, each concept
Okay.
have its own section. So suppose if I see this one, so what this article says is optimize customer data with standard and custom objects. So
Customer.
how the Salesforce stores its data in the form of standard objects and custom objects. So before
Okay.
understanding, we need to understand what object is. Okay, what object is.
Okay.
So again, I'm repeating. Trailhead is a place or a platform where we can learn the Salesforce concept. It is designed by the Salesforce. And
Okay.
that we'll be having modules. Modules in the sense it's like a units. So where we will be learning each concept. So now we are going to learn data modeling. That data modeling consists of three different sections or three different chapters where we will learn individually. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now optimize customer data with standard and custom objects. Let's say there is no Salesforce. Let's imagine there is no Salesforce. If there is no
Okay.
Salesforce, generally, if you want to store any data, where you will be storing your data? Suppose you have your to-do list, today's to-do list, or today's uh, budgeting. So how you do? You go to Excel sheet. Yes or no? You go to Excel.
Yes, yes.
In the Excel sheet, you just create one Excel application. Okay. Then you
Oh,
start creating the data. Yes or no? You just start creating here. You just serial number. Suppose you are selling your products. Okay, you are selling your products. Let's say these are shops uh, that buy your product, and quantity of the product they buy, and the product name, then let's say price. Okay.
right.
Okay. So this is your data. So this is your sheet. Okay, this is your sheet or table where you have rows and columns, and these columns have headings. Okay, these columns have headings. Headings in the sense like you have each field or headings. We say column heading, serial number, shops, quantity, product number, price. Now let's say serial number one, shop, say shop or stop. Then the quantity of the product they're gonna buy is 500, and the product name is jeans, or let's say just shirts. Then the price is the total price, let's say some 50,000. Now similarly there will be another shop which buys your data. Similarly there will be another shop. Okay, this is how you store your.
Okay.
Okay, yes or no? This is how you store your data. If there is no Salesforce or no software installed in your PC, then you know only Excel sheet. Okay, even if you write this on
Okay.
book or any paper, you just generally go in this tabular format only. Okay.
Okay.
So in the tabular format only, you learn the things. You'll write the things. That means to store any kind of data, we need a table.
Okay.
We need a table, a sheet, a table. Let's say sheet. Sorry, let's say table. So in the table, there will be rows and there will be columns. Okay, there will be rows
Okay.
and there will be columns. So
Calling.
the columns represents fields, column headings. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose there is a serial number two, then Big Bazaar, they're gonna buy 1,000. Then you have points, then you have some 1 lakh. So if I ask you what is the product bought by Big Bazaar, you just see this, okay? See this row.
Okay.
Then in this row, you select this column and see points. Yeah, the
Fine.
field is field. So the product name is like a field. That field tells what is the value that is being stored for the particular row. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So these are like column headings, or we say field, or we say just columns. Okay. Then
Okay.
what are
Okay.
things? What are these rows? What are these rows if there are multiple? Okay. What are these rows? Okay, what are these rows? These rows are called as records. A record. Record
Okay.
one, record number two. So like that, each record has its own data. Okay, Big Bazaar,
Okay.
Shopper Stop, then Amazon, then Flipkart. So whatever the buyers you have for your company, for your factory, those all are listed here. Okay,
Okay.
so this is how we store the data. So Salesforce also do the same thing, but in a little advanced way. It has
Okay.
also having its own table format. It is also having its columns. It is also having its rows. Okay. Let me show you
Okay.
a sample example. If I go to this one, then hands-on orgs. In the hands-on orgs, let's say, hmm, now, if you see the accounts, how the data is, it's in the form of a table, right?
No.
No, it's in the form of table.
Okay.
This is table, right? This is table.
Yeah.
So this is a table where we have
Okay.
columns. Okay, where we have
Okay.
columns. Each column has its own heading. If you notice, each column have its own heading. Okay,
Okay.
this is the Salesforce. Okay, this is Salesforce data. It's not a Excel data. No, it's not Excel or sheet or Excel data. It's a Salesforce data. So this is how
Okay.
stores its data.
Right.
Clear? This is how the Salesforce stores its data. Clear?
Clear.
So this is how the Salesforce stores its data. Now, Salesforce stores its data in this form. But if I want to create some students' data, or let's say, if I want to create some industries, okay, industries data, or buyers
Okay.
data, or my sales data, how should I start with? How should I create such table? Okay.
Okay.
In Excel sheet, we can click
Okay.
the new sheet or a blank sheet, then you'll get this kind of thing. But here,
Yes.
get it. How to create such, what we say, such format, such table, okay, in its database. That way,
Okay.
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 Now 3 points to remember. 3 points to remember. The first,
Okay.
Salesforce will not call this as a table or a sheet. In Salesforce, each this kind of sheet, whatever you're looking, each kind of data, this accounts, this is account now. Each kind of data we are seeing here, this is accounts. Okay, this
Okay.
accounts object. Okay,
Okay.
object in the sense in your brain you have to think this is a table. Okay, this is a table.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
each column heading we don't say it's a column. We say
Okay.
it's field.
Field.
Field phone,
Field.
field type,
Okay.
field account owner, field name. So we call them as fields. And
Okay.
whatever the data are in the rows, those are called as records.
Records. Okay.
Okay, those are called as records.
Records.
So this is how Salesforce organizes or I will say stores its data. Okay, and the naming terminology we need to remember: object,
Okay.
fields, and records.
Fields and record.
Object is nothing but it's like a table. Then
Okay.
fields are nothing but it's columns. Then records are
Columns.
whatever the data.
Nothing but rows.
Okay,
Okay.
this is record. This is record edge communication. This is record gene point. Okay, so if I ask you
Okay.
what is the field value of type for the gene point, you can say it's a customer channel.
Done. Okay.
Okay, clear?
Okay. Clear.
Salesforce stores its data. Now it's our time to learn how this kind of object can be created.
Okay.
Okay, how this kind of object can be created.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm, just a minute.
Okay.
Let me delete these things. For any application, any mobile, any software, we will have a settings. Yes or no? We'll have a settings. So
Yes.
If you open Salesforce, okay, if you see the Salesforce, this will have a setup button. Okay, this will
Okay. Oh,
setup button. This setup button, this we call that a setup gear. This we call
setup.
setup gear. Then if you click on that, then you can open that setup.
Okay.
Once you open that setup, there will be all the other settings. Okay, there will be all the other settings,
Okay.
and there will be something called as object manager.
Object manager.
Object manager in the sense sheets manager or table
Yes.
manager. We
Okay.
have to imagine. Okay,
Okay.
let's go to object manager. Whatever the tables or whatever the objects we have in the Salesforce org, that will be visible.
Okay.
These are all standard objects which we didn't create. Salesforce created that object and it gave us to. Okay, it gave to us.
Okay.
We didn't create this. What we say? These objects. Clear? We didn't
Listen.
any of this object. Salesforce created this object and we can access them freely. Okay, we have the license,
Okay.
but we can access it. Now, these are custom objects. Suppose if I want to do any, if I want to create any object, if I want to create any table, those kind of objects are called as custom objects, which we
Okay.
which we created, not Salesforce created by its own. Okay, account
Okay.
custom, not a custom object, it's standard object. So there are multiple standard objects. Class is something which we created. It's a
Okay.
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 So it's a custom object. So how to go to this again? Let me show you from the beginning. Then we'll see how to create this object. Go to
Okay.
an org. Sorry. Go to Trailhead. Okay. Open
Okay.
whatever the data modeling I have told you now. So the data modeling you have to open. Okay. Data modeling you have to open. If you
Okay.
scroll down, there is something called as playground. You will get in
Okay.
the first click. You will get a new playground here. Okay. New
Okay.
playground here. That playground, you have to launch it. If
Okay.
you launch, then something like this will be open to you.
Okay.
Okay. Go to trial here
Okay.
to any of the module. Then if you go down, you will get a playground. Then you can launch it. Or you will be having another option. If you click on this drop down, the profile, you have a profile now here.
Listen.
If you click on that, there is something called as hands-on orgs. If you click on this hands-on orgs, okay, then
Okay.
you will get a playgrounds again here. Then also you can launch it.
Okay.
If you launch, then this opens a playground. Why we call it as a playground? This is a place. It's not a production, but it's similar to the production. It's similar to real Salesforce environment. Okay, it's not a product
Okay.
of any company. It's your playground. You can play it with the existing data. You can do anything with the existing data. You can write a code. You can do customization. You can create objects. Whatever you want, you can do it on this platform. Okay, on this playground. Okay.
Okay.
Now this is one button. Okay, this is one. This is called as app launcher. If you click on this, you'll have multiple apps. I have told you yesterday, this Salesforce will be used for services, marketing, sales. So those all are this one. Okay.
Okay.
How can we use the Salesforce for sales? You have to go to sales. How can you use this for services? You have to click for the service application. So marketing application. So it's up to us which application you want to use on this platform. Salesforce itself is the application, but we call Salesforce as a platform, and these are the applications on the platform.
Okay.
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 Yeah. So if you go back, so now coming back to our topic, object. So object is nothing but it's a place where we store the data in the form of a table. Okay, Salesforce objects are nothing but tables or the spreadsheets. We can think sheets, Excel sheet. You have to imagine. Now, This is a standard object. Okay, yes or no? This is a standard object. Okay. Now, with this is a standard object. So how can we create a custom object? I told go to the setup.
Setup.
On setup, then click on object manager. Then after going here, you have the list of already existing objects. Now, if you want to create any object, then you have to click on this create custom object. Okay. If you click on this, then you will get a like a window where we need to create a object. Okay. Now, if you see, let's say I will create a object called industries, or let's say shops. Okay, shops who are buying our product. Okay, shop, then plural form shops. I'm leaving everything as is. Just I will click this button. You will know all this again. Once again, we'll discuss. I'm just showing the topic here. Okay, I'm showing the concept. Just this is something called as tab. Next, next. Leave everything as is. You created an object now. That object is called as shops now. Now let's see how that object will be visible. Let me see that object, how the object is. These all steps you will learn again, don't worry.
Okay.
So this is a, let me reload the page. So this is completely brand new object. Okay, brand new object or brand new sheet, Excel sheet, where we don't have any head. Okay. So we didn't create any fields, we just
Okay.
a sheet. Okay. This is something which we
Excellent.
don't have anything here. Okay. We don't have any records now. But if you go to the object manager, okay, if you go to the shop object and see the fields and relationship, already how many fields are there? See, in the fields and relationship, how many?
Five.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 fields.
Okay. Okay. Four.
Okay, 4 fields are already existing. Okay, these are by default, we'll get any object we create, we'll get a fields. Okay, you'll get the fields. These are default fields or we get standard fields on the custom object. Now, if you go to this one, click on new button. What I'm doing, I'll tell you. Shop name,
Okay.
shop or stock. We created a record. What we have done? We created a record.
Report.
See, the record there is different. Okay, the record in the Excel sheet is like a normal row, but here it's a special row where second where if you click on that row, a page will open where you can see the details of that record. Okay,
Okay.
the numbers
Okay.
possible in the Excel sheet, is that possible? No,
No.
you can only see as a row. But here, if you click on that, then you will get a different page, like a web page will be open for you, where you can see the record details. A record page will be open for you. Okay, this is the beauty of Salesforce, where not only we see the records in this format, but if you open any of the record, you see the all the complete details of that record.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's the reason we use Salesforce, because the way it organizes its data is more user friendly. Okay, more communicative.
Excellent.
They can use the data. Okay, can
Yes,
use
sir.
data. We can go to the sites. This all we can do. Okay, because Salesforce it's organized its data in this way. Whatever the fields, what are these all things now? What are these all the things now? They are fields. Okay, they are
Okay.
fields. These are fields. How you will create these fields? I'll show you. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
clear now? The first step of creating the object is clear now.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Now, if you see shopper stop, then you have this data. Now I want to create one more field. What was the field which we had? Like a quantity. Okay, quantity of the products they're gonna buy and product name. Let's create those fields. How to create again? Go to the setup. Okay, go to the setup. In the setup, we have object manager. The object. On which object we want to create the fields? On the which
Quantity. Quantity.
quantity is a field. See, quantity is a field.
Okay.
Object, what is the object? Shops.
Shops.
Shops are our object. Okay. On the shop, on the shop, go to the shop. Then this is the object. Okay. Shop is the object. So what shop we have? We have multiple shops here. Okay. Now,
Okay.
once. Now, click on the fields and relationship. Okay. Click on fields and relationship. Then already four fields we have shop name, owner, last modified by, created by. I want to create a new field. You have to click
Okay.
it. Then select. You want quantity na? Quantity means number.
Number.
Means it's a number. Then next field label. Quantity.
Quantity.
Decimal places. No, no decimal. Quantity. Hmm. Yeah. Next. Save. Okay. Now we created a field called quantity. In the
Quantity.
we created, in the settings we have created, let's see whether it will be visible for us here. Okay.
Okay.
Reload the page. Go to the shops. How what shop we have? We have the shopper stop shop. Okay.
Shop.
Now let me create one more stop. One more shop. How to create a
Okay.
record? Click on the new button
New.
on the object. This is the object. In this object, you will click on the new object. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. You got it, but it's still we didn't get that because it takes time to load. Okay. If you click on,
Okay.
then you will get it. Quantity. Quantity, let's say 45. Okay. To visible it here, it takes time. But
Okay.
you created one more field here. Okay. Two fields you have. How many
Okay.
fields you have now? Two fields.
Okay.
So instead of watching like this, you just click on this any of this. See, if you go here, click any of this record, then there you can see all the details. Clear?
Sunny.
So this is how the Salesforce stores its data. Create
Okay.
create an object, then you can create the fields. Okay, in that field
Yes, sir.
you can store the data.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
now I will share you one recording. In that recording, you have the steps to follow. Okay,
Okay.
listen to those recording. Then tomorrow, I will make you to create an objects by sharing your screen. Okay,
Okay.
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 You have any questions in this till here?
No, no.
So object, it's clear. What are fields? It's records. It's clear.
Yes, sir.
How to create, we have seen. Now I'll give you the recordings. There you see and follow those recordings and create few objects. Okay.
Okay.
I'll head. You need to create a playground first. Okay. First, you need
Okay.
to play these things. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll share you this recording as well in an hour. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Bye.